Hey everyone, it's Sammy from Push Square, and I've been playing Uncharted: The Lost Legacy for a couple of days now. Now for some reason this game has a crazy early embargo attached, and technically I can review it from today, but I started playing and I was thinking to myself, like, do I really want to rush through this? And I was like, nah, so I'm about halfway through the game at the time of recording this. So this isn't a review, it's more like a hands-on with just over half of the game, but hopefully you'll find value in that. So I'm going to get into my impressions in this video, but before I do, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined, and with that said, let's get into it.
You again? Is this your store?
No, my father's.
How much?
800 rupees, please.
800 rupees.
Okay, for you, 550.
Incredible.
So, okay, I wrote this in my text article, which you can find on pushsquare.com, but I'm going to repeat it here. The Lost Legacy kinda feels like an Uncharted megamix. And what I mean by that is, like, within the 5 or so hours I've spent with the game thus far, I've already sort of ran across a rooftop, sneaked through a city, climbed a crumbling tower, engaged in a vertical shootout, and driven a very familiar looking 4x4. So this game lifts all of the mechanics from Uncharted 4, and it does play very similar to last year's game as a result. I mean, Chloe is practically a carbon copy of Nate, but I feel like even halfway into the campaign, Naughty Dog's already squeezed Uncharted's best bits into this. But of course, that's not to say that it doesn't stand on its own. Like I say, you will have seen the gameplay before, save for a new lockpicking mechanic that's been added in, but this is still a wholly original story. The game sets out its stall quite early on with an impressive market stall scene, and it kinda snowballs from there as Chloe goes in search of an artifact named the Tusk of Ganesh. Once again, Naughty Dog brilliantly wraps real-world mystery and mythology around its own fiction, and that's honestly one of my favourite things about the Uncharted games. The Lost Legacy also does virtual tourism like really well. You start out in a kind of rain-slicked Indian street before heading to the Western Ghats, which my previous preview talked about. So if you didn't watch that video, basically just to summarise, this is the largest level in Uncharted history. And I mean, it really is. It took me just over 3 hours to complete it, which, you know, should really illustrate how large it is. What I like about this segment is that there's constant character building while you're busy exploring the area, looking for relics and furthering the story. Like, the characters are constantly communicating and discussing their backstories, but you're also kept busy with sort of combat encounters and areas of interest to explore. So while the so-called walking simulator bits in Uncharted 4 very much divided opinion, I think this is a good compromise in terms of Naughty Dog dropping lots of backstory and narrative information while still keeping you busy and giving you something to do.
You know, it's not every day you get to see a totally hidden city that nobody else has seen for centuries.
Apart from Assav.
Apart from Assav.
And a few of his men.
And a few of his men.
You ready?
We just totally crushed that moment. You know that, right?
And I do just want to say, like, the visuals are incredible. I'm not sure whether Naughty Dog's upgraded its engine again here, but the vistas seem to stretch on for literal miles, and it never hitches or struggles, at least not on a PS4 Pro anyway. More to the point, the developer's art department is like really on form here. India, whether it's the urban parts or the more rural areas, it just looks absolutely stunning, and the attention to detail, particularly in some of the architecture, is just unreal. I can't believe that this game has been made in a year. So yeah, I'm really loving Uncharted The Lost Legacy so far, like really loving it. If you weren't a fan of Uncharted 4, then I don't think this will change your mind, because the gameplay is, like I said earlier, it's identical, but I'm really liking the story and the character dynamics and particularly the setting. And like I say, it really does feel like an Uncharted greatest hits in a way. Gameplay wise, it's not really bringing anything new to the table, but it's repurposing some of the best bits from previous games, and I'm more than okay with that. But if you do want to know a little more, then check out my write-up on pushsquare.com, and I'll link that up for you in the description. Also, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because that massively helps me out, so thank you. And let me know whether you're going to pick up The Lost Legacy in the comments section below, because I love reading your comments. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.